Something strange happened on the sports field. An elderly man stormed into the field carrying a hunting rifle. The once joyful atmosphere instantly became tense. Everyone instinctively turned to look at him. The man was getting closer and closer to the crowd. Nick, the police officer, hurried forward to stop him. The old man was a kind-hearted blacksmith in the town. When he saw the gun in his hand, a look of confusion appeared on his face. At first, Nick thought it was caused by alcohol, but unexpectedly, the old man pointed the gun at him. The old man collapsed immediately. The scene terrified everyone present. The lively game came to a sudden halt. Later, after the forensic autopsy, no abnormalities were found in his blood. Nick found this very strange. He asked the deceased family if they had noticed anything unusual. Had the old man been acting strangely recently? The answers he received were nothing like he expected. The old man had long since quit drinking. Everything had been normal before the incident. While everyone was still investigating the cause, something even more horrifying happened in the town. A man locked his wife and children inside their house. Then he poured gasoline all over the house and struck a match. By the time the rescue team arrived, the fire was already out of control. Although the police caught the culprit in time, the situation was irreparable. Even stranger, the man started whistling on the spot. He looked strikingly similar to the deceased old man. His hollow eyes seemed to be controlled by something. Meanwhile, a few villagers hunting in the forest stumbled upon a parachute hanging from a tree. They pulled the cord and looked inside, and it turned out to be the body of a pilot. Nick rushed to the scene after receiving the report. Based on the degree of decomposition, he confirmed the death had occurred over a week ago. Strangely, no wreckage of the plane was found nearby. Could it have fallen into the river? Nick and his colleagues immediately searched along the river. Sure enough, not far away at the bottom of the river, they found a crashed airplane. Things were becoming stranger by the minute. After such a huge accident, neither newspapers nor the news reported anything. Although they didn't know what secrets the plane held, Nick was convinced it had something to do with the crashed plane. Because the town's drinking water came from that river, he suspected the water supply was contaminated. After examining the water supply system diagrams, they found that the first abnormality appeared at the house closest to the water source. It was the house nearest to the water source. Mick felt uneasy. He immediately drove to the mayor's house. After telling the mayor his suspicions, he advised shutting off the town's water supply immediately. Otherwise, a serious problem would occur. However, the mayor was unconcerned. The town relied mainly on agriculture, and it was the peak season for irrigation and growth. It was impossible to cut off the water just based on Nick's guess. Who would bear the loss of the crops? For the safety of the villagers, Nick had no choice but to shut off the water himself. When they returned to the police station, they found the man in the cell collapsed on the floor. His facial veins were clearly visible. While they were unsure how to handle it, the man suddenly stood up.
Did we not request a transfer for him this morning?
Nick tried to call his superiors for help, but the phone lines were dead. Even the computers couldn't connect to the internet. A feeling of helpless isolation surged through him. He went out onto the main street, hoping to make a call on his cell phone, but he found that the once lively town had instantly turned into a ghost town. Nick looked down the empty streets as low guttural growls came from all directions. The horde of the undead was slowly closing in.